Hi guys. I planned to to open formally the quarter of mutation with you, but things happened and my back was mutated, and I have this back issue for almost a week, no, more than a week now. So it's not easy. But things here in my area are being so, let's say the energies of the transits affect everything that happens here. So I wanted to share with you what I see. And it's interesting because, first of all, we began the quarter of mutation with the channel of mutation. And this channel of mutation is going to stay with us as a global conditioning pattern until the 20th of February, what shows us that this will also be in the rave New Year pattern, in the global conditioning patterns of our next year, with other stuff that will be there. And that means that we are under a very, very strong pressure of mutation. And this energy, this channel of mutation, a design of energy, which initiates and fluctuates, and this is the individual pulse with a melancholy, with a mania depression symptoms, ups and downs, and a lot of disorder. It's the movement between chaos and order, and it's really not easy. Of course, it pushes us, this is a pressure, it pushes us to mutate. And in the quarter of mutation, this is good, if we can, put it in good or bad, but of course it depends how we take it and what are the circumstances. And we know that globally we have this pressure of mutation and transformation as long as we get closer and closer to the changing of the cycles. Yes, the 2027. So everything is deeply pressured, and the pressure of mutation in the quarter of mutation, in this context of everything, really makes things very intensive, to say the least. So it's not only personally, it's also globally. These are global conditioning patterns, and I'm looking at that. So we began the quarter of mutation with of course, the channel of mutation and the channel of the beat, and it was a mutative direction pressure. And now we have a mutative thinking pressure this week. And also we can see the channel of transformation that will be with us until the 24th. That means 2 weeks from now, or something like that. So there's a lot of pressure. And what we also have, and of course, the Saturn is in the 58, the gate of aliveness, in the third line, electricity. This is really strong power to correct in trial and error. And of course, Jupiter entered the gate of power, the gate of might, the gate of, let's say, the most powerful sacred gate, the 34th gate. And it will be here for about a month. And this energy now in the first light, the bully, and it just, when the bully entered, the bullying in my area was strongly enhanced. This is really, really interesting to see the indiscriminate use of power. This is the line of the bully, the blue line, and the bully is not an easy line to carry. In exaltment also, the less negative, yes, the resort to power as a manifestation of frustration, the energy to display power as a response to frustration. And this is what's happening in my area. And again, I'm not talking about good and bad, because this is the display of the not self. Frustration is display of not self. And in my area, the quarrel between all the nations or all these people that are looking for a self-definition. The need for self-definition is the essence of the not self, of the separate self. So if we need to define ourselves, that means we are not the other side, we are better or worse, and so the war begins. And yes, again, our war is getting hotter, yes, in my area, and this is really not a pleasant sight and not a pleasant feeling, and it's very sad. But that's the bully, and the bully with the energy which initiates and fluctuates, and the channel of transformation. These root pressures which are so strong. We can't do anything about it. Just watch it and understand that this is the global change. A lot of energy has to come out from this cauldron that it keeps on being cooked and things are going to change. Things are changing. Things are being mutated. And it's not easy to go through that. And many innocent people, many individuals are going to suffer from this global hitting situation that we just can watch it. And of course, our contribution, our personal contribution, is to live our design and really connect to who we really are. Because if we sit in the back seat, we don't need to kill anyone, and we don't need to define our borders, inner borders, global borders. We just don't need that. It doesn't happen. It's not. We as true selves, we are just aspects of infinite consciousness, which needs no definition. So that's what we are going through. It's a difficult time. It's an intensive time. Individuals are going through beautiful mutations, even if they're not easy. Yeah, I can speak for myself, but of course we can't do anything about the global situation but watch it. And again, our contribution is to just be ourselves. And when we are ourselves, our aura does the work. So we can transform and we can help to mutate the world for a better place, but we need to do it by letting our personal mutation flourish. So that's for today. Thank you, and try to be less and less be influenced personally by this bully energy. Bye-bye.